That's my idea!
The heavy wooden doors of the event hall slammed open, and every head in the room turned. Amina stood in the doorway, chest heaving, her blouse torn at the shoulder. Dirt streaked her arms. A thin line of blood trickled down her knee. Her eyes were wild, scanning the room like a woman who had just escaped a war zone. On the stage, spotlights illuminated a single figure. Precious stood behind a sleek podium, clicking through a presentation slideshow, professional photos of local tailors, market research graphs, a logo Amina had designed herself on her laptop just 3 weeks ago. Precious smiled at the judges, confident, polished, unshaken. This platform will revolutionize how local artisans connect with global customers, Precious said, her voice smooth as butter. I will start with tailors, then expand to shoemakers, then. That's my idea. The words fell out of Amina's mouth before she could stop them. Her voice cracked, raw and trembling. The room went silent. Judges turned in their seats. Audience members whispered behind their hands. On stage, Precious paused. Her eyes found Amina at the back of the hall. For one split second, something flickered across her face. Not shock, not confusion. Recognition. Then her expression smoothed into perfect concern. Amina, oh my God, are you okay? We were so worried when you didn't show up. Amina walked forward, ignoring the pain in her scraped knees. 20 feet from the stage, she stopped. That's my idea, she repeated, louder this time. Precious tilted her head, sympathetic, patronizing. I know you're stressed, but we worked on this together, remember? Amina's blood turned to ice. We worked on this together. No, that wasn't how it happened. That wasn't how it happened at all. But what Amina didn't know, what she was only beginning to understand, was that this betrayal didn't just involve stolen dreams. It involved making sure she never showed up at all. 3 months earlier, Amina sat cross-legged on her bedroom floor, surrounded by fabric samples and sketches. Her laptop hummed beside her, open to a half-finished business plan. Precious lay on the bed, scrolling through her phone, occasionally glancing up. You've been at this for 6 hours, Precious said. Take a break. Can't. Amina held up a piece of Ankara print, this one or the blue. Precious barely looked. Blue. Really, I was thinking Ankara. Then why ask? Amina laughed. That was Precious, always a little blunt, a little detached, but that was just her personality. Quiet, observant, the yin to Amina's yang. They'd been friends since primary school. When Amina was loud, Precious was calm. When Amina made friends easily, Precious hung back. When teachers praised Amina's creativity, Precious sat in the back of the classroom, clapping politely. Always clapping. Always watching. Okay, listen to this, Amina said, pushing her braids out of her face. A platform that helps local tailors sell online, not just listing products, full logistics, pickup, payment, delivery. These women make incredible clothes, but they don't have access to customers who would actually pay what the work is worth. Precious set her phone down. That's actually really good. Right, Amina beamed. There's a women's business grant coming up. $20,000, I'm applying. $20,000, Precious sat up slowly. That's life-changing money. I know, Amina hugged a cushion to her chest. If I win, I can quit my side gigs, focus on this full-time, help so many people. Precious was quiet for a moment. Then she smiled, that small, careful smile. You'll win, she said, you always do. A week later, the grant committee announced the finalists. Amina made the list. She screamed so loud her neighbors banged on the wall. Precious hugged her, held her tight, whispered congratulations in her ear. But when Amina pulled back, excitedly rambling about next steps, she didn't notice that Precious' eyes had gone somewhere else. Somewhere cold. The first red flag was so small, Amina almost missed it. They were at a cafe, reviewing the presentation. Amina talked through each slide while Precious took notes. What happens if you're not there to present it? Precious asked suddenly. Amina blinked. What do you mean? Just hypothetically, if something comes up, an emergency, Precious tapped her pen against the notebook. Who presents? Amina laughed. Nothing's going to come up. This is my dream. I'll crawl to that stage if I have to. Precious smiled. Of course, I'm just thinking about contingencies. Then I guess you'd do it. Amina squeezed her hand across the table. You know the idea almost as well as I do. Almost. Precious looked down at their joined hands. Almost, she repeated. Before I continue, just tap subscribe, you'll need it. The weeks that followed were a blur of preparation. Amina worked tirelessly, designing the logo, building a prototype website, reaching out to tailors for testimonials. She brought Precious to every meeting. This is my partner, Amina would say, introducing her. We've been friends forever. Precious would smile that small smile, nod along, take notes. But slowly, subtly, things began to shift. At a meeting with a potential partner tailor, Precious answered before Amina could. We envision a 60-40 split, Precious said smoothly. 60 to the tailors, 40 to the platform for logistics and marketing. Amina blinked. Actually, I was thinking 70-30. 60-40 is more sustainable long-term, Precious interrupted. She glanced at Amina, apologetic. We discussed this, remember? They hadn't. But Amina let it go. Maybe she'd forgotten. Maybe Precious was right. Later, at a networking event, a woman approached them. You're the girls with the tailor platform, right? I heard about your pitch. Brilliant stuff. Amina opened her mouth to respond, but Precious stepped forward first. Thank you, Precious said, shaking the woman's hand. It's been a labor of love. I'm so passionate about empowering local artisans. I'm passionate. Not we're. Amina stood frozen, watching Precious charm the woman, laughing at a joke Amina hadn't heard, exchanging contact information. When the woman walked away, Amina touched Precious' arm. That was weird. What was weird? You said I'm passionate, it's our project. Precious' face crumpled into hurt. Oh my God, Amina, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. I've just been so stressed helping you prepare, I guess I slipped. You know I'd never try to take credit. She looked so genuinely upset that Amina immediately felt guilty. I know, Amina said. I'm sorry, I'm just stressed too. Precious hugged her. We're in this together, always. But over Precious' shoulder, Amina caught a glimpse of her own reflection in a window. And behind her, Precious' eyes were open. Wide awake. Watching. 3 days before the pitch, Amina's phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Heard about your project. Would love to discuss potential partnership. Can you meet tomorrow? She showed Precious, excited. Someone's interested already. Precious glanced at the message. That's amazing, you should go. Come with me. I can't, I have to prep the slides. Precious smiled. You go, represent us. Amina went alone. The address led her to an empty office building. She waited 45 minutes. No one showed. She texted the number, no response. When she told Precious later, Precious frowned. That's weird. Maybe a competitor trying to waste your time. Maybe, Amina shrugged it off. Anyway, forget them, 2 more days. Precious smiled, 2 more days. The morning of the pitch, Amina woke up buzzing with nervous energy. She laid out her outfit, a sleek yellow dress, matching earrings, shoes that meant business. She rehearsed her pitch in the mirror 3 times. Perfect. Then her phone rang. Precious. Hey, I'm about to leave, Amina said. You heading to the venue? Amina, I'm so sorry to ask this. Precious sounded flustered, breathless. My mom needs me to pick something up from the market, but I'm already at the venue helping set up. Could you grab it on your way? It's right on the route. Sure, no problem. What is it? Just some fabric samples. The seller's name is Mama Kemi. She'll be at the junction by the old cinema. You can't miss her. Amina checked the time. Plenty of room. Got it. See you soon. She hung up, grabbed her bag, and headed out. The market junction was busier than expected. Amina wove through crowds, searching for Mama Kemi. She checked her phone. No response from Precious. Amina, right. She turned. 3 young men stood behind her. She didn't recognize them. Yeah. And if you haven't subscribed, now is a good time. The tallest one smiled. Someone wants to see you. Come with us. Amina stepped back. Who? Just come. I'm not going anywhere. Leave me alone. She turned to walk away. Hands grabbed her. Rough, calloused hands clamped over her mouth, dragged her backwards. She kicked, screamed into the palm, thrashed so hard one of them cursed and almost dropped her. People on the street turned, stared, then quickly looked away. No one intervened. They pulled her into an abandoned building, half-constructed, reeking of dust and decay. They threw her on the ground. Amina scrambled backwards until her back hit a concrete pillar. What do you want? I don't have money, please. The tall one crouched in front of her. Relax, nobody's gonna hurt you. Then let me go. Can't do that. He pulled out a cigarette, lit it. Just keep you here till evening, that's all we were paid for. Amina's blood went cold. Paid? Her voice shook. Paid by who? He just smoked, staring at her with empty eyes. Please, tears burned her eyes. I have somewhere I need to be. It's important. It's my whole future. Please, I'm begging you. He glanced at his friends. They shrugged. Sorry, sis, he said. Business is business. Hours passed. Amina sat in the corner, watching the light through the gaps in the wall shift from morning to afternoon. Her phone was gone. They'd taken it. Her dress was torn. Her matching earrings had been ripped off in the struggle. The pitch. It was happening right now. Her idea, her dream, on that stage. Without her. And then, slowly, horrifyingly, the pieces began to click together. The text message that sent her to an empty building. Precious, strange questions about contingencies. The way she'd started saying my idea instead of ours. The meeting Amina missed. The connections Precious made while she was gone. No, it couldn't be. Precious had been her friend for 15 years. They'd shared everything. Secrets, dreams, ice cream after breakups, late nights laughing until they couldn't breathe. Not Precious. It couldn't be Precious. But even as she thought it, she knew. She knew. Amina looked at her captors. They were relaxed now, playing cards, barely watching her. They didn't think she was a threat. They were wrong. The next time one of them turned his back, she moved. She grabbed a broken piece of rebar from the floor and swung it with every ounce of strength in her body. It connected with the back of the nearest man's knee. He screamed, collapsed. The others lunged for her, but she was already running, leaping over debris, crashing through a loose board, bursting into the blinding afternoon sun. She ran. She ran until her lungs burned, and her legs screamed, and her feet bled through her torn shoes. She ran toward the one place that mattered. The event hall. The stage. Precious mid-sentence, frozen. Amina standing 20 feet away, shaking, bleeding, barely standing. That's my idea. The room murmured, judges exchanged glances. Someone in the back pulled out a phone and started recording. Precious recovered quickly. Her face shifted into concerned friend mode. Amina, what happened to you? We were so worried. Don't, Amina's voice cracked. Don't do that, don't pretend. Pretend what? Precious looked at the judges, helpless. I don't know what's going on. Amina and I developed this project together. She was supposed to be here hours ago. I had to present alone. I was terrified for her. You paid people to keep me away. The words landed like bombs. Silence. Then whispers. Precious laughed, a small, confused laugh. That's insane. Why would I do that? Because it's my idea. Amina stepped closer. Every slide you just presented, the logo, I designed it. The market research, I conducted it. The tailors you interviewed, I found them. I introduced you. I trusted you. Precious' face hardened almost imperceptibly. Amina, you're not making sense. You're clearly stressed. Maybe we should talk about this privately. They said they were paid. Amina's voice rose. The men who grabbed me. They said someone paid them to keep me away until evening. Who would do that, Precious? Who knew I was coming? Who knew the timing? Who knew everything? The head judge, an older woman with sharp eyes, leaned forward. Miss Precious, do you have any response to this? Precious' confidence flickered. This is ridiculous. She's obviously lying. She probably just overslept and now she's embarrassed. I have messages. Amina's hands shook as she realized her phone was gone. She sent me to that market. She told me to pick something up. There was nothing there, just them. Another judge pulled out a phone. What's the name of the person who contacted you? I don't know. The number is in my phone, but they took it. Precious forced a laugh. Convenient. But the room was shifting. People were connecting dots. Someone whispered that they'd seen Precious talking to some rough guys near the venue last night. Someone else remembered Precious asking detailed questions about Amina's schedule. Precious looked around, her mask cracking. This is insane, she said. I built this. I did the work. She's just jealous because I'm on this stage and she's not. Amina walked forward until she stood at the edge of the stage, looking up at the girl she'd loved like a sister. You were my best friend, she whispered. I told you everything. I trusted you with my dreams, and you tried to erase me. Precious stared down at her. And for one brief moment, the mask slipped completely. Her eyes went cold, hard, familiar in a way that made Amina's stomach turn. I knew you would try to come, Precious said quietly. Only Amina could hear. I just didn't think you'd make it. The words hung in the air between them. Amina felt something inside her break. Then the head judge stood up. I think we've heard enough. Security. They didn't give Precious the grant. They didn't give it to anyone, not yet. An investigation was opened. The police got involved. The men were found. They talked. Precious was arrested 3 days later. The news spread fast. Friends called Amina, shocked, outraged, supportive. Some apologized for not seeing it sooner. Others admitted they'd always thought Precious was a little off. Easy to say now. Amina sat in her room, surrounded by fabric samples and sketches, staring at her laptop, the same spot where it all began. She won recognition. The committee had publicly acknowledged her as the true creator. Offers were coming in, partnerships, interviews, opportunities she dreamed of. She should have been happy. But every time she closed her eyes, she saw Precious' face. That cold, quiet look. I knew you would try to come, I just didn't think you'd make it. 15 years of friendship, 15 years of secrets, sleepovers, shared meals, shared dreams. And underneath it all, someone waiting. Watching. Planning. Amina picked up her phone. A text from an unknown number had come in that morning. Heard what happened, so sorry, would love to collaborate sometime, let's talk. She stared at it for a long time. Then she deleted it. Some betrayals don't just try to take your place. They try to erase your chance to exist in the moment meant for you. But here's the thing about erasing someone, you have to believe they won't fight their way back. Amina fought. She ran through streets with bleeding feet. She crashed through doors with nothing but the truth in her chest. She stood in front of a room full of strangers and pointed at the girl she'd loved and said, "That's mine." She made it. In life, not every person who walks beside you is walking with you. Some are quietly measuring your footsteps, waiting for the moment they can step into them. Amina learned that lesson the hard way. But here's the question you must ask yourself. If the person closest to you had the chance to take your place, would they take it? And more importantly, would you see it coming? If this story touched you, if it reminded you of someone you've known or something you've felt, leave a comment below. Share this with a friend who needs to hear it. And subscribe for more stories that dig into the truths we don't always want to see. Because sometimes the scariest thing is the enemy you can see. It's the friend who's been smiling all along.